Hello, welcome back to Talking Sheffield with me, Simon. On the show we've already had the Roller Girls, and now we're talking about stand-up comedy here in Sheffield. And the bubbling scene, we're going to get some tips from Sean and Sam, two local comedians.
Hi. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for coming out and turning on your TV sets and trying your best to engage with local culture with my friend Simon.
Sam.
Sam.
Thank you very much.
Simon.
What a lovely opening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Trying to get people engaged. And
Just at the top of the show,
So
I'm not looking very well. I'm noticing we've got where am I looking? We've got a feedback monitor just here. If you understand what I'm saying, I've got a feedback TV.
Don't start throwing
I've got a lot of
terminology.
It's a television.
We've
that's
never been in the
broadcasting
studio before.
That's broadcasting what I'm watching, and I've got I'm quite ill.
Sam, you look absolutely fine. I wouldn't worry at all.
Okay.
So, in terms of a Sheffield comedy scene, does the one even exist, or
You're looking at it, mate.
are you single-handedly the only comedian in Sheffield?
Yorkshire? No, we're not. There's lots. There's a dozen of us now, and we all
own a
tips
car.
and.
And we all swap hot tips and
Yeah,
tricks.
you can't get into the scene. Oh, none of us have a car until 2013, and then we're only letting people in with cars
Yeah.
Okay, that seems fair.
because we can't. We're just trying to get down to Nottingham, and we can't because no one's got a car.
And at what point did you decide to get into comedy? At what point did you think, this is for me, I fancy doing a bit of stand-up, I fancy doing some sketches? Were you at school or university?
No, it was Sean got a car, like we saying.
That's
Sean
gone now, so no one can really rely on that car anymore.
got in contact with me and he said, "Hey, how would you like to come down and try out some stand-up?" And I said, "Yes, please. Count me in."
Okay. And do you remember the very first gig you did, Sean?
Yeah.
Where was it, please?
It's the middle of a restaurant. Sam, we're gonna have
Just because of the
more-
sound, Sam, it's
Sorry.
a bit loud.
maybe we'll keep the water down there on the floor for
Loud
the
water
rest
on
of the
the floor.
interview.
Oh, many thanks.
It was in a restaurant, and it's gone now. And they kept,
Restaurant in Sheffield?
yeah, they wanted close-up comedy while people were dining, and then they'd just hire random graduates in to do it. It was a big mess. Lots of people were very...
comedy schools and comedy universities around the north of England, and we met at Sheffield Comedy University.
Oh, where is the Sheffield Comedy University?
Sheffield, just in Sheffield, just outside of Crooksmoor. Yes.
It's on Crooksmoor, yeah. It's on Barber Road. You can mention local areas, can't you? It's on Barber Road.
People will understand what we say if we mention.
It's a Sainsbury's now, but it used to be
You should look at the television when you want to talk to the camera.
No, you should look at the camera.
You can look at me as well if you want.
No.
You can look at me, or you can look directly at the camera if you have a specific message.
It's a Sainsbury's now, so you can't. If you want to enrol in comedy now, you've got to talk to me or Sam. We'll let you know. Thank you.
If there's up and coming comedians in Sheffield, so you run a night, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Where would they? What would they do? Where would they go to?
Just tweet me. Sean Morley branded content. Just search that; it will always lead to me. And just say I want to get into comedy, and then I'll give you a quick aptitude test because we can't let in any chancers.
Do you have to be super intelligent to be a comedian? Do you think? I always bet that most comedians are actually very, very bright, and I think to hold your nerve, you have to be really intelligent.
I think if anything,
absolutely agree.
Lots of smart people come into stand-up, and then you got to just tell them to knock that out and nip that in the bud.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think if you look at the comedy scene today, you'll see that it's actually a lot of people are highly intelligent people, very, very clever. You need to be very clever to do comedy. And if you're not clever, if you're
shout.
Tap tap. I got the. Can I pick that up?
Normal speaking volume is fine.
Normal speaking volume is fine. If I on stage, I'm used to shouting.
Projecting.
Shouting.
We used to call it projecting. We call it shouting.
We just call it shouting now. Tips of the tricks, guys. Learn them and weep.
Exactly. When Simon asked me to come and do this interview, I invited Sam along now, and I'm realising that was a huge mistake.
I think it was. Sam, can I have? What about 3 top comedy tips from you? So shouting on stage sounds like it's important.
That is.
Give me some more tips.
Tip number 1 when I'm doing my stand-up, I like to get on stage. First thing you want to go is going to have a scarf on.
Scarf's important.
Scarves like that, and it depends how you wear your scarf. Michael McIntyre will wear his scarf like this.
Okay.
Because he's observing a lot. Someone like Rod Gilherbert would wear his scarf
Gilbert
like that, and you can't actually see because it's not. You guys, a long shot. to show the disparity.
Okay.
Just to show that he's
good. Okay, scarf
kooky.
tip. What's your second tip for up-and-coming comedians?
Winking.
Winking a lot.
Oh, winking is important. Okay.
Sometimes you tell a joke and people might not laugh, and you think it's not a good joke. I've not been funny, but always best to just
give me an example. Tell me a joke, and I will.
We bought a projector. We bought a projector now.
Okay.
And we actually project our eyes huge onto the back.
Oh, with a massive wink at the back when you know when to laugh.
Yeah, but there's a huge delay in it, so the wink comes out about 2.5 minutes after the joke, and so people get their lines confused and it gets cross messages.
It's a messy mess.
Yeah, we don't have to do it without a delay, but
you have to try and tell the jokes slower. You have to try and tell the jokes slower than you would normally on stage because you're waiting for the wink.
I pre-wink
behind.
Sometimes
I will, and sometimes actually my professional tip is I will do the punch. Put the punch up, and then I'll wait for the punch line. I'll wait 5-10 seconds, minutes.
Okay.
Or, whatever would work, till I hear the wink.
And the wink deliver.
The wink has allowed it. What's the sound of the wink go like?
What we do is we put a lot of there's a mucus build up around our eyes, and we have a little microphone, like a little lapel mic, like one of these. So when we wink, you can hear it. It sounds like.
That sounds lovely.
It's meant to only come through our earpiece.
Okay.
But actually, it comes out through the PA, and everyone can hear it. And
pa. Some people call it papa.
Papa. That's what we call it now. In the Papa. Where's Papa?
Have you ever been horribly heckled on stage?
Oh yes.
What was the worst heckle you ever received? Keeping it clean.
Stop doing that, please. I'm the manager.
Straightforward.
Here. Yeah, he said I'm the manager here, and you haven't booked this space, and I don't know why you've climbed up on these tables.
Get out! Get out!
Get out! We need to serve food here.
Was that the restaurant gig, your first one?
Yeah, my most recent one as well. They're a franchise, so I just keep coming back.
They're good influence.
Yeah, I've got a lanyard, so it lets me get behind the desk.
Who were the comedians that you were sort of inspired by when you were younger? That you thought I'd like to be like that?
Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, big one.
And Chevy and.
Any comedians that people might have heard of at home?
Keenan and Kel.
Frankie Lamps.
Frankie Lamps.
Frankie Lamps.
Frankie the Lamp. I don't know if you grew up with him and his lamps, his musical lamps.
Remind us of those musical lamps, and what was that act?
That's him switching them on and off, because all the switches have got a different...
You
should do one of the more famous ones, actually, rather than that.
We do flick around, but I think they're probably going to keep it consistent.
It's good, bad, it's very good. Do you want to do the song?
The song we are going to do?
Never mind.
Can we save the song for the very end? It'll be nice to have a finale. So you've got a big gig coming up on, let's have a look, the 23rd of November. Is it called the Glang Show? Tell us about the Glang Show.
We're doing the Glang Show. It's a comedy show that anyone can interact with at any time. We give you a POI card, point of interest card.
Okay.
You can hold that up at any time, and then you can make a suggestion, or you can say how you're feeling, that we have to respond to that. If it's a request, we have to do it. We're doing it in Edinburgh every day this year, and I nearly threw up twice.
Why?
One time, because my face had been smeared with loads of brown sauce.
I put brown sauce in his beard and face.
I had a larger beard then, and there was brown, and the vinegar in brown sauce. When you inhale a lot of it, makes you retch, because it's very vinegary, and then you breathe in even harder last time because you've got no air. That means you can get even more vinegar in you. And then the other time was because I drank a pint and a half of
off-brand energy drink to just get in the mood. Some artists.
It made my heart beat faster than made me feel safe.
So, if people would like to come and see this show, where would they go?
The old Woolworths on the moor. It's not Woolworths anymore. It's a theatre now.
If you guys can just try and remember when Woolworths was around, that'd be really useful.
I apologise for Sam's tone.
I actually
want to be everyone's mate, and I'd love to.
Good.
If anyone wants to ring in now, my phone number is 07988 120 799, and we could chat to you about where it is.
The phones work?
Probably just because of the sound that we won't have got it turned on. No. Probably best not to.
No, probably best not to do that. Actually.
So Sam, what sort of comedy that you do? You don't do stand-up stuff. Do you do sketches?
No, I do stand-up and sketches. Yeah.
I saw your Bad Boy sketch on YouTube?
That's right. Yeah, and Bad Boys. Bad Boys at AOL.com. If anyone would like to hook me up for any bad boy action, I'm available.
Who is your Bad Boys comedy partner?
My Bad Boys comedy partner is Tom Burgess91 at gmail.com. 0789 667-212, and he is available day and night, 24/7.
And what sort of other sketches have you got lined up? Have you got any work lined up in the next 6 months?
No, none. We've got.
Are you not involved? I'm assuming you're both hosting together on the Glang Show.
Yes.
You're not a co-hosting job?
Yeah, we are going to be. We did have another assistant, Bearhead Man.
Bearhead Man is led.
What happened to Bearhead Man?
Bearhead Man's very ill,
Not well.
and we don't know what's going to happen with him. So
This is distracting, having the television here. It's making me want to look a lot at myself.
Don't worry, you don't have to. You can look at me if you like to.
No, it's too confusing.
we'd just like to thank you for having us on the show. And
It's an absolute pleasure.
We've actually got you a gift as well, just to
good.
thank you.
I was looking forward to this.
We've got you this bouquet of flowers.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
That is so very sweet.
We packed it out.
So lettuce in is an interesting choice.
It was looking kind of thin, so we packed it out with some salad as well. Some of it's just got on there.
That is so sweet. Don't worry at all. We'll clear that up afterwards. That's really nice of you. Thank you so
Some
much.
of it's gone on the.
Thank you so much. I'll keep that for
Some of
afterwards.
it's just gone on the floor here.
Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry, son. That's okay.
No?
Thank you so much.
We've made a real
we'll clear that
mess
up.
here.
Problem.
Feel free to just keep asking.
Can we get a bin bag?
Okay.
We get a vac here coming on with.
While Sam is clearing this up, Sean, this is your question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sam, you're just going to watch your mic there. It's
What
gonna fall
happens?
out. It's going to fall out. So if you sit
No,
down,
no, it's in a pocket. It's in
and
a
you're,
pocket.
you're blocking the camera as well, Sam.
Just keep going about me. Don't worry about me.
Okay, Sean,
Okay.
your favourite clean joke, please.
What we're all doing at the moment is we're doing irony. Don't know if you heard about Jimmy Carr's Oscar Pistorius joke.
We do.
Upset a lot of people. So what you need to do now is the wink. So you'd say something like, "Here's a clean
Can
version."
you do it to the camera for us?
Absolutely. So you'd say, "Hi guys. I don't know if you've heard of Hitler. We've all heard of Hitler here. This is what I'll do on stage."
Okay.
And you'd say, "Hitler had a lot of controversial policies." And you'd say maybe some of them weren't awful. Some of his economic policies. The Autobahn, creating loads of jobs, and then you do a big wink so people go, "Oh, he doesn't really mean that. Hitler's economic policies."
Can I see your wink
awful."
again? Can I see your...
Absolutely. I'll just do it to camera one here.
No, you can... Oh, there we go.
There we go. Just if you wanted to zoom in on that and maybe play it a few times.
In all seriousness, that isn't... I'm guessing, and I know you're joking about this, that kind of comedy, the sort of Jimmy Carr, do you think there's like easy laughs, basically? The comedy of sort of controversy?
Well, I guess it's easier
Can we get
laughs if
someone who knows how to Hoover works in here, because this
some of the
Hoover
plugs
is
aren't
not
quite
in
working
on
properly
switch.
here.
Sam, are you clearing up for us?
Well, I'm trying to, but I've had to unplug a couple
This
of
is still
cables.
fresh, actually. It's
I've
still
had to
clean.
unplug a couple of cables just to get this Hoover.
This is still
back
good
in
to
here.
eat.
Is it, lads, is this your
And I don't know if you can see this, but there's not an on.
anarchic...
Got it!
irony?
Right, everything's fine now. This is still good to eat.
Sam, many
Right.
thanks.
This is good.
I got it for you.
This is okay.
We've got a. What was the question?
The question, whilst you're hoovering,
Yeah.
Sam, your cleanest joke.
Yeah.
I'm going to go here so you can ask. Sam, give me your cleanest joke. I'm going to give you the floor. What's happening? Give me your cleanest joke.
Sorry?
Give me your cleanest joke.
Knock.
Your favourite clean joke.
We started. Knock.
Go
No, you
ahead.
have to, it's a call and response.
No,
Knock.
no, who's there?
Hoover.
Hoover who?
Hoover give a damn.
That is pretty good. That's one for my Arsenal.
Don't be careful. Hoover what, sorry?
Are you okay, Sean? What are you playing there?
The Macarena.
It's the Macarena.
This is disgusting.
It's a native Celtic instrument.
And is the Macarena part of your act?
Yeah,
if
big
people
part of it.
came along, is that what they can expect that?
Yeah, I really believe that we need to focus in on some of the early settler cultures, the people who settled in British Isles, and this is one of
disgusting.
This is how they bring people to the town hall to talk about who should live and who should die.
When you're comparing and you do that warm-up and you ask people, because I've seen you do this and it works beautifully, you ask people direct questions in the audience.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what you asked me at the Alt Com Camp?
Did you come?
We talked about this on the radio and it was a treat, it was really good. Do you remember what you asked me?
What's your deepest, darkest fear relating to your current relationship?
It wasn't that. It was. I did have a good response because you have to think smartly and come up with a clever response from the audience.
You have to be clever. You have to be clever to do comedy.
You need to appear as intelligent.
The question you asked me was, "What's your favourite tree?" And you left it on me for about a good 30 seconds. I thought, I can't think of a good, funny answer for the what's your favourite tree. What would be your answer for that? I've had time to think about it now. What would be your answer?
Baobab.
Baobab is your favourite.
It's a pretty. It's a pretty kicking tree, actually.
Kick you live and kicking. Do you guys watch that here? Do you guys get that
live? Grandstand.
No, it's different.
I am enjoying the salad and the hoovering, but just for anyone at home, just for a few tips, and I know you don't want to do this, but if anyone does want to get into stand-up comedy in Sheffield,
just tweet me.
Can you give me a few tips for them, genuinely?
Everyone's going to try and exploit you.
I will definitely try and exploit people. I love exploiting people, getting people to do my gigs for free for no money. Good for me.
People perceive comedy as a way to get easy money, and then people like me come along and exploit you.
You have to be willing to
in all seriousness, Sean, you are, like, it's quite altruistic. Like, you put on gigs in Sheffield, so you're helping up-and-coming comedians.
Yeah.
Is that of any benefit for you, though? Do you find, like, is putting these events, does it actually help your career yourself, or...?
I thought it would help me get money from the Arts Council, but they keep rejecting it because they don't perceive comedy as an art form. So I've been barking up a stupid tree.
But you're going to put on more events.
Balboa tree.
Thanks to the Arts Council in England.
Sam, don't be daft. Don't be daft. Don't be daft.
We could not be daft.
We've got about 5 minutes left.
Oh my god.
People want to come and see you, or want to go and see you on YouTube.
Yes. If you want to see us on YouTube, send us an email.
Tweet me.
Drop by the house, tweet us.
Snapchat me.
Very easy to get in touch if you want to see us on YouTube.
Sean Morley at sheffieldlive.co.uk.
And that's my name too. Does that go in there? It says insert hose in there, and I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
I don't want to break anyone's Hoover. That's not what I've come here to do.
So if you sit down, I'll move the Hoover, and I'll tell you what you can do, because I think people at work will be genuinely interested.
If you want to have a go on this
is
well.
quite important.
Thank you very much.
This says on/off on it.
If people do want to come and see you, and they want to find out a bit more about you, and they love the salad stuff, they love the salad material, they thought the Hoover thing was brilliant, they thought the Hoover and the salad thing was brilliant, and the flowers,
That's
they
what
loved
really
that as
got
well.
the market we're going.
But what other sort of stuff do you do on stage? Is it this kind of thing, as sort of anarchic stuff, or do you do straight stand-up, or do you do sketches now?
I do mainly, my main love in life is funny skits, and I do love writing funny skits. Nothing quite like doing a funny, like, pull back and reveal sketch and the funny, just the look of love on people's faces when you just something funny and about something that's going on or something. And what's my funniest, one of my funniest skits?
Remember Knock Knock?
Knock Knock, who's there?
The Hoover. And then you turn the Hoover on. That's one of my favourites.
Is that your funniest one?
Not by a long shot.
That's not winning the award.
That's probably actually one of the worst.
What did you win your award for, son?
Just being, just generally quite, just apt.
Being quite apt.
Apposite.
Apposite.
It's an apposite. Best apposite.
Google it.
Apoplectic.
Okay, that's too far.
It's fine, chaps, honestly, don't worry at all.
I am quite worried. I'm really quite on edge.
Do you not think that all the hundreds and thousands of people that will have watched Sheffield Live tonight would have thought, oh wow, those guys are funny. I would love to see them live. I would have thought this would attract a massive audience for you.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
We'll see on Sunday the 23rd of November.
Is that when it's on?
So, okay, save us for half an hour. Tell us a bit more about Sunday the 23rd of November.
We're going to be performing.
I reckon people might want to come with a final 3-minute plug.
Come along to the Theatre Delicatessen on the Moor.
Sean, it's fine, you can tell me. Sean, you can look at me, just normally.
Sunday the 23rd of November.
Thank you very much.
And it's a pay what you want event.
But can up-and-coming stand-ups come on the bill as well, or not? Is that all arranged okay?
We're going to be screening anyone who wants to do it, because we're letting kids in, we're letting lots of different people in. Like, it's a non-alcohol. Alcohol will be available, but it's not going to be like a drinking environment.
If you ask me, and
it's going to be
Sean personally, maybe we can...
And it's not going to be a drinking... it's not going to be a drinking
It's fine, Sean, do it.
And so we're trying to get lots of people in, so we just can't let any random people in, because new comedians shoot their mouth off a lot.
That's right, so it's going to be a bit of an alcohol.
Pardon?
New comedians shoot their mouth off?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
They fly too close to the old sun of ironic racism and sexism.
Icarus.
And they haven't learned how to do the wink yet, so they can't get away with it.
How long's the gig for? How long have you got to go?
2 hours.
And how many comedians do you get in that time?
10.
We're not sure.
20.
We're getting a crack team together, and then we're going to let in some riffraff to exploit.
Okay.
We're all about exploiting the comedians because you make the moolah.
Absolutely.
Do you understand?
You let their ambitions.
I see, yeah. I've
They're
seen
in
a
their
couple of
hamster
media
wheel.
moguls.
And you say, oh, we'll let you progress higher up, and they go, no.
3 minutes 30 till showtime, guys.
Hi, we're going to be live soon, so that was a good test run.
No, I'm just letting you know it's 3 minutes 20 seconds until the.
Sam, we need you working behind the scenes. This is perfect. So, okay, other than the November 23rd gig, what else have you got coming up, Sean? Do you guys ever fancy going to the Fringe Festival
With you? Yes.
next
Let's
year?
go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Jump on a train now.
Would that be what you'd like to do, though? In all seriousness, would you like to put on a show there?
Both of us have put on more than one show.
And what was it like? Because everyone says that comedians lose loads of money when they go to Edinburgh.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
mate. That's been the nugget of truth in the interview.
I made.
Please come along on Sunday the 23rd.
I made £6,000 this Fringe.
That's you turned over £6,000.
Yeah, I turned it all over in bed. I got
And
into
how
bed,
much
I
was
got almost
profit? And how
£6,000
much-
out, turned it all over, and I went,
And how
"Oh,
much, yes, and then you had to give most of it to the venue. And on props.
Have you got involvement with the Last Laugh comedy festival scene here in Sheffield?
No comment.
Would you like to?
I think that they're lovely people and they put on great gigs.
Yes, and they're our friends, and we haven't got a bad word to say about them.
I think, hold on, I don't want to be associated with this kind of irony. Have you winked? Did you wink
I
yet?
didn't wink because everything I'm saying is spot on.
They give me gigs.
They have never given me a gig, and I've been performing in comedy in Sheffield for 3 or 4 years.
And I don't do comedy, I don't try hard, I don't apply myself. And
I don't have a car, so I really need
I do
local
gigs
friends.
all the time.
I don't have a car. Don't go on the Snake Pass after Jägermeister.
I go gigs all the time. My
You're gonna
teeth are
do-
nice and
You're
white.
going to do a song, use the beer.
If you were to pull it back for the viewing public at home tonight, oh, I'm not sure about these guys. They seem funny. Didn't love the hoovering bit or the salad bit.
Well,
I don't know what kind of person that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming that they did. I think that they loved
hello,
it.
are you even listening?
But say
Yeah.
they didn't. What would you? How would you pull it back?
I'd say
with a
book your
killer,
idea-
with a
book your
killer
Buck your
joke.
ideas up.
Yeah, you should probably buck your ideas up, mate.
Buck your
Why are
ideas
you
up.
tuning into things you're not even enjoying?
Yeah. Think
Although I
about...
do actually support Sheffield Live. It's a new startup business, and if you're watching on it, can you all watch online?
You can watch online.
And
This
how
is
do you-
going out online. So all those people, not just in Sheffield on Freeview and Virgin, can be watching online. So there might be, it's possible that someone might be watching
In Dubai?
in that there London or Dubai thinking, wow, these guys. So
Yeah.
I should have told my mum.
what would be your, if you were to look, I'll give you one last look at the camera to give you a plug to someone who's looking in Dubai, what would you say to them? And remember the wink.
Goodbye, Dubai!
Snapchat me.
Snapchat.
I'm on Snapchat.
Be careful,
I've
though.
installed it,
Be
aren't you?
careful
I
on
don't know how to
Snapchat.
use-
Be careful on Snapchat.
4chan.
4chan.
4chan are also anonymous on Snapchat, so only put clothed photos of you up on that, unless you're not a celebrity. And then I
Sean,
don't
are
think-
you both on Twitter? In all seriousness, do you have, you on social media stuff? You on Facebook and Twitter, Sam?
Yeah.
Who, me? I love it. I love it. Can't get enough. I cannot get enough. I love it.
I'm on Twitter. Look up Sean Morley.
Okay, AltComCam is a website that Sean does run, and if you want to be a stand-up comedian, there's some options on there. It's been a funny old show.
And what about me?
Yeah.
The Roller Girl Sam, very quickly, you're on Twitter.
Yes, I'm on Twitter. Thanks, and that's it.
I spat my salad into my
Thank you
drink.
very much to Sam and Sean. Go to the Roller Girls on Saturday. We'll be back next week. See you then.
Sheffield Live TV is your local TV channel. On Freeview, Virgin Cable and the Internet, and you could be part of it. Covering the Sheffield news stories that matter to you, debate and discussion about key issues, and original programming about Sheffield's music, events, culture, businesses, communities and sports.